Welcome back to Cosmeholics Anonymous. I am your favorite new mama, Bougie Vintage, and today's video is Botox. I'm here to try and give your life a lift. So let's get it shapoppin'. Hey Bo, I would like to start off by saying I've been a fan and I wish you and your beautiful family the best. Thank you very much. Okay, so me and my mom have always had a love-hate relationship since I can remember. She's a Taurus and I'm a Leo. Well, let's see. 3 years ago, my mom packed up and moved me and my sister out of our city without telling a soul, not even my dad. Sound like my mom. My mom made me and my sister not tell because my dad and her were arguing. Anyway, my mom moved us 5 hours away for better opportunities, but I know it was because she wanted to be closer to her boyfriend. He is trifling as F. Your family sounds scandalous already, okay? Second day of being in a new school, I made a friend. That same day, me and my new friend had a conversation about my mom's boyfriend's son. He was known. And it came out that his dad was cheating on my mom with the girl's aunt, plus 2 other females. Ooh, girl. The same day I found out, I told my mom, and from then, she's become a functioning alcoholic. Every day, my mom was drinking herself to death. She was still going to work and doing normal people shit, but as soon as she came home, she was drinking until she passed out. And it was a repeat of that. Work, cry, drink. She became very verbal, mentally, and physically abusive. I was miserable. I started pulling out my hair, and my mom only noticed after my sister told her after seeing a huge bald spot in the middle of my head. There's a term for that. It starts with a T, I think. After a year of this foolishness, I told my mom I was fed up and we needed to move back to my old town. My mom started drinking less, but still way too much for an average person. My life was going good. I had a relationship and great friendships until we moved out my city for good. We bought a house and settled in Connecticut. I'm a really independent person and I feel like it bothers my mom on how independent I am. I am the youngest of my mom's 2 daughters. I basically am a second mom to my older sister because she doesn't do anything for herself. No, she's not special needs, she's just lazy. What the fuck? I feel like my mom only likes to see me win if she approved of it in the first place. Me and my mom get along, but in 2 seconds it can go left because we don't see eye to eye about anything. My mom is honestly really toxic sometimes, and my family situation has ruined my mental stability a lot. I found myself in situations where I can't control my anger and I just lash out. Basically, my question is, how do I better my relationship with her? Well, that Taurus Leo energy is something crazy, okay? When it comes to relationship with your parent, a lot of the time you have to kind of just accept it for what it is. Even if you voice your opinion and you see that nothing is changing, sometimes you just have to accept that and realize that this is something that has to get better on its own with time. If you guys are not going to be able to do therapy in that moment. When I was growing up and I was having issues with my mom, I was not thinking we need family therapy. But as I get older, I realize that, you know, more families should go to counseling. But luckily for me, as I became an adult and as my mother matured as well, we were able to be best friends. After the fact, once your parent stops being your parent because you reached a certain age, and they're always going to be your parent, but like once you get to kick the parent-daughter role away and start to become friends and start to be open with each other, that's when things kind of get better. So I would say to just let it develop over time. Don't force it. I always say to you guys, like, it doesn't matter if the person is your family, your blood relative, even if it's your mother. If the relationship is toxic, let it go. Especially if there's physical or mental or emotional abuse going on, you have to let the relationship go. And it's okay to do that. If your mom is a toxic person, there's no need for you to have her in your life if she's not going to try to be a better person for you. But the other part of that is you as a person also have to accept where your flaws are and what can you do to make the relationship better, and also what can she do to make the relationship better. You guys have to meet in the middle. It can't be you coming from here your mom's here and you're coming all the way over here. It cannot be one-sided. So if this is you and this is her, y'all gotta be right here. You can't go from here to here, and she can't go from here all the way over here. You gotta meet in the middle. I graduate high school in 2 years, and sometimes I see myself cutting her off for good after high school and never talking to her again, but I really do love her. I just don't like her ways. You can love somebody and not like them, or not like their ways. That's totally acceptable. And that's when you start to love somebody from a distance. I don't think anybody ever desires to have to cut their mother off cold turkey or 100% and never talk to them again, but sometimes that's just what needs to be done. In your situation in particular, I feel like you guys will be able to pursue a relationship after the fact, you know. But if your mom is somebody that's stuck in her ways and she's never going to change, which I wouldn't be surprised because she's a Taurus, you might just be in that situation where your relationship doesn't improve. I feel like I can't forgive her for certain things she did to put me in this mindset. Even if you are not somebody that is spiritual or religious or whatever it is, pray about it, okay? Have the conversation, even if it's with yourself. Even if you don't want to address God, even if you don't want to address whoever you believe in, have the conversation out loud with yourself and try to just get it off your chest so that it's not sitting on your heart. You don't want to just be angry at your mom. And it's hard to forgive the people that we love when they do fucked up shit. It's hard to forgive them because they're supposed to be loving you back the same. But sometimes that energy is just not reciprocated, you know? Sometimes it's just not there. Just like your ponytail. You can't force that shit, okay? If you ain't got no edges, you ain't got no damn edges. If you ain't got hair long enough to put in a ponytail, girl, don't try it. You know what I mean? Like, that's just what it is. So, take it day by day and see, you know, later on if you can forgive her. But you don't have to forgive her this instant. Hey, Bo. My name is Linnea, and I'm 18. I'm guessing you won't be able to pronounce my name since it's Swedish. This ain't some dumb shit. Or at least I hope you won't see it as that. So you can chill for once. And I'll try to keep it under 2 scrolls. Around 2016, I started dating this guy I met at a convention some years prior. And we were going strong for a little over a year. Around Christmas in 2017, he proposed to me and my dumb ass said yes, thinking this was the love of my life. It was fine between us for a couple of months after that. In the beginning of 2018, we went to another convention and it started going downhill. What is this, Comic-Con? Where y'all going? You tell me what convention you went to. He couldn't take care of himself, not drinking, eating, sleeping, etc. I also had to take all of his shifts since we were both working there. All of this resulted in me having a complete breakdown, which included crying and passing out many times during the following days. I could tell he was tired of helping me cope. Only a few hours after this happened. When the convention was over, he barely wanted to say bye and rushed away to his ride home. And when I tried messaging him, he barely seemed interested in responding. We met up some time after, and he only seemed interested in me when he wanted to have sex and cared more about chatting with some other girl who sent him nudes. It doesn't matter if you guys are in fucking Atlanta, if you're in Toronto, if you're in friggin' Sweden, okay? Bitch, these niggas are all the same. They're all the fucking same. You just told me the man is not even trying to help you in trying times. Why are you emailing me about him? Why? Inquiring minds would surely like to know the answer. Maybe we'll find it at the bottom of this email. And cared more about chatting with some other girl who sent him nudes. I didn't even get to that part. We were in a polyamorous relationship, so no, he didn't cheat on me. This actually made me very sad, but I didn't want to show it since I'm bad with showing any emotion and I wasn't sure if I was going to cry or scream, lol. If you're in a polyamorous relationship, why are you feeling any kind of way with him doing what he's doing with the bitches outside the relationship? Like, I also had a really bad breakdown, which resulted in me going to the psych ward. While I was there, I asked him if he loved me since I'm not about to stick around for someone who doesn't love me back, you know? He responded with, I can't show any emotion right now, and if I said yes, it would be a lie. Listen, some of these people will be claiming they want to be in a polyamorous relationship, but that's not the fucking case. They just don't want to commit to one person. They want to have their cake and eat it too, and they're lying like a motherfucker. Later on, he was feeling better and he said he loved me. And what we're not gonna do is have me confused. Like, no. So this guy's canceled. You're canceled. Help me, Jesus. Anyways, shit like this went on for a while, and I ended up breaking up with his ass and calling off the engagement since it obviously wasn't going to last. How you engage with somebody in a poly... You know what? This whole damn email is just janky, okay? I need to put another coin in the jukebox because this is just not the tea. I tried to get over him and I thought it was going kind of well, but nope. I have cried many times because I miss him and I keep telling people I'm over it. Recently, I went to another convention. Shocker, right? And afterwards, I found out there was a rumor regarding me and him dating again. Obviously, we aren't, but it sparked the feeling right back to life. I really can't seem to get over him. I've tried so many things to get over him, deleting our pics, etc., but nothing seems to work. Bo, please help me. This shit drags me down every fucking day. Much love to you and your family. Much love to you and yours, girl. But where is your brain? It only takes one brain cell to know that you're wasting your energy here. If somebody is no longer interested in you, if your heart is broken and shattered into a million pieces, why are you dwelling? I know it's hard to move on sometimes, but fuck. He was never good from the jump. Like, you should have known it was a red flag when he proposed to you so suddenly. The only thing that you can do to literally get over somebody is let time deal with it. Okay? Time heals all wounds. It's kind of like the saying, a watch pot never boils. If you're sitting there and waiting for the pot to boil, the water is not going to fucking come up and bubble, okay? Right now, that's what your situation is. You're like anticipating getting over him instead of actually getting over him. Had you in a place where you felt comfortable, even though you shouldn't have, because I don't understand how you're engaged to somebody, but then your relationship is basically open. I get it, you know, there's different kinds of relationships, but in my book, no, they're fucking not, okay? No, there isn't. Love is between two people, period. And nobody else should be able to enter into your relationship, whether it's a friend or a family member or just somebody from the outside looking in with a freaking opinion, you know? Like me right now. I'm all up in your shit. For what? The thing here is your relationship is supposed to be over. So you asked me my opinion and now it might feel like it's unsolicited, but I'm gonna tell you what the fuck I think, and what I think is that you're not gonna get over this person if you're trying to get over them. So don't try to get over him. Just get over him. You know what I mean? Go read a book, bitch. Like, read a book, you know, draw a picture, color, do something else. Go bowling, you know, find a new hobby and get so into it that you don't even think about anything. Get lost in yourself. Find yourself. Find who you are and find who you were before this person entered into your life, so much that you're thinking about them more than you're thinking about yourself. I'm heartbroken. I know a lot of people idolize their moms, and I'm not any different. She's such a hardworking, strong-spirited, giving, loving woman. She raised me and my sister all by herself, and when I tell you we weren't, and when I tell you we never went needing or wanting. Shout out to all the moms. 3 years ago, she met my stepdad, and before him, I didn't know the love of a father. He has been the best thing that's happened to me in the realm of step-parents, LOL. They both have very well-paying jobs, my parents, and them, me, my sister, and my sister's baby all live together. Well, must be nice, okay? I am older, 24, and my sister is 21. My stepfather pays all the bills in the house. He just bought my mom a new car, paid for all the legal fees for my mother, who by him and God's grace just got her residency here in the States, where before him she was undocumented. He paid for her first trip back to Mexico since being undocumented for 23 years. Buys her lavish Christmas, birthday, Mother's Day presents. Well, if your daddy if your daddy needs a new stepdaughter, adopted daughter, I mean, I'm available. I'm married now, so I can't be a sugar baby. He basically pays for everything. I pay for my car, phone, insurance, anything that doesn't have to do with the house, lol. And honestly, that's just me being responsible, because he's offered to pay for these things. Put me back in school, anything and everything. Y'all just lucked out with this stepdaddy, huh? It's hard to find a good man like that, let me tell you. Especially one that's gonna be willing to step in and like be a dad to somebody else's children. Big up to him, okay? We like him. He a keeper, okay? On top of really taking on the role as my dad, I really love him. I mentioned all the money stuff because of this. A few nights ago, my sister came into my room when I was about to go to bed and told me she thinks my mom is cheating on my stepdad. Your mama trifling if that's the case. She said she found messages on her phone, and after checking them, I found out she's been seeing someone else for 6 mother effing years. I thought you was gonna say months. Oh my gosh. I was furious. I picked my ass up off the bed and headed towards her room to shut this shit down. And when I got there, my balls dropped. I didn't know what to say. I didn't know how to say it. I didn't know who she was. I'm lost. I'm heartbroken. I feel betrayed, embarrassed, pissed. She knew something was up because I walked into her room looking like I was going to say some shit, right? But I never lost my voice before. I literally walked out after picking up some shoes I left in there earlier that day. It's been a couple of days now, and I can't even look at her. But I don't know what to do. I cry about it every day. I didn't realize how hard this shit could hit. I don't want to wreck my home. I don't want my life to change. I know it's not fair to my dad. He doesn't deserve this. But I don't know what to do. Should I confront her? Should I tell him? Please help me. It's unfair to your stepdad, but maybe, just maybe, you guys don't know the history. Maybe your stepdad was or has cheated on your mom, and this is what or how your mom turned around to, I guess, revenge cheat, and then it probably just lasted too long, like 6 years. It wasn't supposed to. I feel like this is grown folks' business and you need to see your way out of it. However, because I am nosy, if it was my mom in the situation, especially if she was with somebody that I felt was literally the best thing that happened to us since sliced bread, and sliced bread is really good, I would say that I would probably address her, you know, privately, and be like, what the fuck, and let her tell me her side of the story. I feel like my loyalty would lie with my mom, but if my stepdad has been such a good person to me, I don't know that I would be able to keep that from him. I think I would probably pressure my mom into telling him the truth, even if it meant that everything, you know, is gonna change. Sometimes that's just the right thing to do. Sometimes things run their course and they're supposed to end, or maybe they're gonna work on it and she'll end the relationship with the other person, and you know, things will just move on. But that you're between a rock and a hard place, and I feel like it really is just grown folk business, and you don't know if they're cheating on each other and your mom knows and that's why she doesn't give a fuck, or if your stepdad feels like he has to financially overcompensate because he knows he's hurt your mother. Maybe they have an agreement, you know, maybe they're both in separate relationships outside of their relationship, and maybe they're both okay with that. You don't know what the situation is. So me personally, I would probably address my mother privately, but then I would sit on it and wait, see what she says. And I would probably tell her, like, if she opens up to you about it, she might tell you some stuff you didn't know, and then you won't feel so bad about it. So I say to talk to your mom first. If you're unsatisfied with that conversation, I'm not going to tell you what to do next, okay? That's not me. I'm not about to be here helping y'all ruin happy homes. If it ain't broke, don't break it, okay? Sometimes these niggas are trifling. They deserve this shit. You just never know what's really going on behind the scenes. Hey, Bo. I would like to remain anonymous. Me and my boyfriend have been dating for a while now. He keeps talking about settling down and having a family. I want to as well, but there's one problem. His crazy ex. They were together off and on for about 10 years. But she cheated with her baby father multiple times. Well, now he's with me and I treat him like a king and he treats me like a queen, lol. I love it. But she keeps making an appearance in our relationship, and the sad part is she's blocked on everything. I think she has spies. I can't. One day she got so drunk and messaged my ex and started talking about how they need to get together and break us up. Girl, nope. She would get checked severely, okay? Me and my BF just ignore it, but I feel like she's going to get me to the point where I just give up. I'm scared that if we do start a family, something bad is going to happen to the point where I might stress a lot and lose the baby. You can't be thinking like that. You cannot. Please help. What should I do? Thank you. Love you. And I need to touch on this because I watch a lot of Forensic Files and this could go really bad. When you are dating somebody that has an obsessed ex, things can be fatal for you. I personally probably would never try to even start a family with somebody that I knew had a crazy ex, because you ain't about to try to come kill me and my baby, okay? Like, it's just not a thing. It's not happening. It's just no. No, no, and no, and no again. If you feel like she's super obsessed, you could take out a restraining order on her, but that's literally a piece of paper. Like, what is it really going to do for you guys? Absolutely nothing. And sometimes when people are really pressing, it's hard to ignore them or keep ignoring them. But I feel like you're already kind of putting it out there that you feel like something bad is going to happen if you were to start a family with this person. I don't think that that's the best move for you. I feel like you need to hold off and wait till you're mentally in a better place, in a more positive place, because speaking things into existence is really real. And to me, if that's the negative energy that you have right now, I feel like, yeah, it's a possibility. That's not something that you are just supposed to be worried about off a rip before you even try to have a baby, you know? That your boyfriend has mentioned settling down. I say settle down first and then let the baby come later. Let him show how committed he is to you before you decide to get pregnant for him. Because if this ex is still around lingering, even though she's blocked on everything, something ain't right in the water, baby. And I, as Inspector Gadget, would be inspecting the hell out of everything and making sure everything is copacetic. But if that is the case and this person just won't let go, in my heart, I would feel like something else is happening or going on that I don't know about. Because if she cheated and was back with her baby daddy and she has kids and she has a whole other life that she's supposed to be worrying about, why is it that she is clinging to your man? That makes no sense to me, and you need to be getting your Sherlock Holmes on, okay? But yeah, a restraining order is not a bad idea. It'll let her know that you guys are serious, especially if he takes it out on her. And another reason for that would be if she's actually crazy and she decides that she wants to, you know, try to attack you or stalk you or do anything out of passion for this man, at least they'll know who the fuck to look for when she goes on the run, okay?